Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So I want to talk to you today about how to clean your brushes. This is going to be key if you're having or experiencing any kind of breakouts. So brushes definitely harbor bacteria, especially brushes that are made out of real hair. I have a combination here of real hair and synthetic hair brushes that I'd like to show you how we're going to clean today. So we're going to start out here with a little bit of shampoo. I prefer to use Tresemme. It's like always been the one that I've used. It's a luxurious moisturizing for dry or damaged hair shampoo. Always go for moisturizing. It's really good for the hair of the brush. Now, this is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is an oil that's very similar to the oil that's on your skin. It is a non-comedogenic oil, which means it will not clog your pores. It is key to use an oil that will not clog your pores if you're going to use an oil to clean your brushes and really get them super duper clean. Okay. And lastly, you need your hand because you're going to be using your hand as the way to really work the brush and get all of the product out and super clean. So we're starting off with brushes that look like this, but we're going to make them look like this. And I wanted to give you a close-up just so you had an idea of what everything looked like. The other one that I'm using is a synthetic brush. This is by Real Techniques. I love their brushes. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, please do. Real Techniques flat kabuki brush. It is amazing. So we're going to take that brush from this to this. Okay, so let's start with shampoo. Here I'm using the Tresemme and I'm just putting a dime-sized amount in the middle of my palm. And what you're going to do now is grab your first brush. This is a real haired bristle brush. And turn on the water, first starting with cold and then adding in a little hot. Lukewarm is a perfect temperature to make sure that you get the brushes clean, but it doesn't really hang on to the product for longer than it needs to. Grab the brush, put it underneath the water, and start to get it damp. And take the brush and move it in a back and forth motion onto the product to really work it in. Now you're going to take the brush and start moving it in a circular motion, adding more water as you need it. The goal here is to keep the shape of the brush. So as you see, I'm squeezing the brush, but I'm using the shape of the ferrule. The ferrule is that metal part of the brush that kind of shows you what shape the brush should be. So I take my thumb and my index finger and I just pull the brush and making sure that I'm keeping the shape, but also it pulls out the product and it pulls out the soap and the water and everything. You're going to keep repeating this process until you keep getting it clearer and clearer until it's completely clear. There's no soap and it's just water whenever you do that squeezing motion. Okay, so here we're at the last squeeze, so you just want to make sure that all of the water is out of the brush. This is going to help it dry a ton faster, and make sure that the brush is shaped accurately so that way it dries in the shape. Now you're going to take the brush and you're going to just place it onto a paper towel. You can also use a regular towel as well. So for the synthetic brush, the really important thing to remember is to add a little oil. We're going to be using the jojoba oil and then adding that same shampoo that we used earlier. Before we used the swirling method and we made sure that the brushes were clean, we're going to also do that now. And the reason why we're going to be doing this with the oil is because when you use a brush that is primarily used for liquid foundation, cream foundation, and you mix it with your natural oils from your skin, the product tends to stick to the brush and is extremely, extremely hard to remove. So by using an oil, it gives the oil on the brush something to really stick to and it draws it out. So I don't know if you've ever had a chance to try and clean your brush and it ended up looking really dingy, but if you use this method, you'll always have your brushes looking brand new because it will really draw that foundation out. So with this last squeeze, we're going to make sure that all the water is out of the brush, continue shaping the brush, and then place it exactly next to the other brush in order for it to dry overnight. All right, lastly, I want to show you how to wash eyeshadow brushes because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have a bunch of eyeshadow brushes. So really simple, you just want to make sure that, let's say if you have a bunch of them, I normally double, triple, quadruple them up so that way I can make sure I get done with everything a lot faster and just take them in a circular motion. There's no need to really do any kind of forward and backward kind of motion. These should get clean pretty quickly. The only time I add oil to this, any jojoba oil to this, is if I used a concealer or a foundation or some kind of cream or liquid-based product because I want to make sure that that oil, of course, gets out of the brushes. But be very careful about adding that to these brushes because you don't want to weigh down natural hair, real hair, bristled brushes. I hope you guys enjoy this. If this is something that you would definitely try, please comment down below. I would love to hear your feedback, and I will see you again really, really soon. I should have an awesome video, a feel-good video for you on this upcoming Sunday, and I'll have a brand new makeup video on Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.